Gloria Ekong. Gloria has spent 2 years with us here at OBI, and her plans are to go to Howard University in Washington, D.C., and become a dentist. She was with the track team for a year and the volleyball team for a year. She's participated in creative ministries for a year and choir for a year. She took part in the culture fair for 2 years. According to her peers, she was the most talented senior girl and sang in the talent show during her junior year and in the senior night program. She also has assisted in leading worship during our chapel times during the junior and senior years. For her third quarter, which would have been January through March of this year, she had a 4.1 GPA and received an Outstanding Worker Award in the dorm. About her Oneida experience, Gloria says, growing up in Upper Marlboro, Maryland, nothing could have prepared me for life at OBI. I was used to going out with friends and not having to sleep at bed check. Life was fun, and I had many freedoms which I learned to abuse at my old school. Family had been just another word for the people you have to live with. My mother expressed concern for my future, which pushed the notion of me coming to OBI. I may have been enjoying my life just the way it was, but my mother and God had their own plans for me. When I got to Oneida and experienced dorm life, I really hated it. The boundaries, the curfews, and many other limitations made me, a once free person, feel like a caged parrot. The change did not occur all at once, but gradually, through last year and this year, I have learned many things. I learned how to wake up on time, to be open-minded, to love more, how to maintain relationships, and how to resolve conflicts. The most important thing I learned was to always be respectful and obedient to authority, because it is God's will, and it will help me to keep good impressions with everyone. I never believed the rumors of how OBI can change people's lives for the better, but now I can honestly say that I am very grateful for my time here at Oneida Baptist Institute. Gloria Ekong. Katie Flannery. Katie has been with us for 2 years and plans to major in education at Eastern Kentucky University. She's been involved with soccer for 2 years and earned a varsity letter and a coach's award. She also was in cheerleading for those 2 years and received the senior award and a varsity letter. She participated in the girls' dorm devotions and was voted by her peers the girl with the most school spirit in the senior class. She was in commercial art her junior year and received the Can Do Award. She's worked in the dorm as a hall monitor and in the kitchen, and she's earned a Good Worker Award for both. She received a certificate of participation in field placement and accepted Christ while at OBI. Katie says, my life before Oneida was out of control. I was a teenage girl with a lot of hurt, anger, and a really bad attitude. I was adopted when I was 4, and it left me very confused and left me feeling with a feeling of abandonment. When I was 14, my parents got a divorce. My dad was abusive, and my mom saved me from the whole situation. When I started high school, I hung out with the wrong crowd. I started sneaking out, smoking, and drinking. I had a lot of hurts that I was trying to get rid of. During this time, my relationship with my mom was awful. If we talked to each other, we argued. Obviously, there was tension in our house. After spending my 16th birthday in a center, my mom and I knew I needed a change of environment. So on June 6, 2010, I found myself in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of mountains all around me. I wasn't happy about being here, but I had no choice. For a while, I would sleep every time we had chapel. I didn't care what anyone had to say until Mrs. Parkhouse gave her testimony. I saw that she had some of the same hurts as me, but her hurts had been healed. I talked to her about everything that had happened in my life, and she prayed for me. I remember being surprised because I had never heard anyone pray for me before. I started asking questions and found myself reading the Bible. I soon became a Christian, and although I'm nowhere close to being perfect, Oneida has helped lay the foundation that I needed. It has helped my mom and me with our relationship. And now we talk and communicate instead of argue and scream. And I'm able to tell her I love her. I'm so thankful for the people here like the Parkhouses, the Strattons, and Mr. Self and Mr. Stockton, people who have impacted in my life in so many ways. It's sad that high school is over, but I will forever be thankful for the people at OBI that have blessed my life. Katie Flannery. Hohet Getu. Hohet has been with us for 3 years and plans to go to the University of Kentucky and major in biology. She's been a participant in the Culture Fair for 3 years. She's a very good cook. She served as a manager and received a varsity letter with basketball 1 year and also for soccer 1 year. She helped with the hair and makeup for the fall play this year and received an outstanding award in commercial art for her field placement service there. Her peers voted her the most talkative senior girl. Somebody has to carry on a conversation. Don't take that wrong. Hohet has been on the honor roll every year, received an Academic Excellence Award in Algebra 2, and also received the William C. Parker Scholarship from the University of Kentucky. She also participated in the Bluegrass Regional High School art exhibit and competition with her work in commercial art. She says, I chose to come to Oneida in order to improve my English and achieve my goal of attending an American college. Moving to OBI wasn't as easy as I expected it to be. I knew there would be things that I have never done in my life, but working in the kitchen, getting hours, and cleaning bathrooms was not on my list. I came into a completely different environment than what I was used to, so it was hard trying to adjust at first. Since Oneida is far away from all the distractions of teenage life, it helped me get better grades. Therefore, I decided to stay and graduate from here. Trying to get along with different personalities has made me a patient person. Oneida has taught me a lot about God, and that has made me trust that my future is in God's hands. The house parents in Oneida have been kind, but when I met Mrs. Jennifer, I knew she would be my favorite. I've stayed in OBI, and I can finally say I have someone to depend on. The activities that this school offers for the students have taught me to be more sociable than I was. When I was back home, I always depended on my mom. But now that I know she's not next to me, Oneida has shown me the most important thing: independence. Hohet Getu. Hamedan Haile. Hamedan has attended OBI for 2 years and plans to become a pre-med major at the University of Kentucky. While she's been with us, she's been on the honor roll both years, worked in the grill and as a supervisor in the RCL, and received Good Worker and Outstanding Worker awards. She was active in Baptist Campus Ministry and in Girls' Dorm Devotions. She worked on the stage crew for one of our plays and has been an assistant to Mrs. Skull with the kindergarten, first graders, and second graders in the field placement program. She said, I came to OBI in the middle of my junior year. My parents were the ones who decided to send me to a boarding school, but I can't say it was fully their decision. I was given the choice. OBI is a place that changed my life. I hated OBI when I first came, but I knew that I had to suck it up and get used to the lifestyle because I knew that everything was happening for a reason. My grades were gradually changing from C's to A's, and I knew that if I went back home, I was not going to have the grades I was earning in OBI. When I was back home, I only went to church once or twice a year, but OBI's chapel services made me come closer to God. OBI has helped me a lot in life, especially the diverse student body. I had the opportunity to live with amazing roommates from different parts of the world that made my life easier, and I met amazing friends and made amazing friends for life. OBI is a place with amazing house parents that gave their life up to help me cope and get used to the surrounding, especially Miss Jennifer, who showed me such kindness. OBI has amazing teachers that really want us to learn and grow mentally and spiritually. Coming to OBI was one of the best choices I have made in my life because it helped me prepare for the next chapter of my life. Hamedan Haile.